intro screen. I need the intro screen. Okay, that's a project for this weekend, is the intro screen. That is where it's at. That is where it's at, is an intro screen. All right, while I wait for people to join, let's look and see what good stuff is on Kickstarter, because I do have a bit of a Kickstarter addiction. So, yeah, there is that. There's nothing decent at all on Kickstarter. Okay, House of Terror. Welcome, Jocelyn. How are you doing? How is it going? How is it going? How was your week so far? Ooh, I need to change the chat. So the chat was, where is it? Chat box, there it is. Okay, the chat was white, and then had a white background. Now it's dark, and I have a dark background. So we need to constantly adjust it and hope for the best. All right, let me zoom it in a little. Zoom it in a little bit. What did I just zoom? That was not the chat box, but okay. YOLO, what is going on? Crystal, how you doing? Jen, what is up? And Sada or Safa, hello, what is going on? What is coming for me in love? May I kindly know what spirits want to tell me about my future? All right. Let's see about that. What do spirits want to tell you about your future? Let's check that out. All right, YOLO. I guess a YY. Spirits want me to know. What do spirits want me to know? Lisa, what is going on? How are you doing? How is it going? Been good. So happy tomorrow is Friday. Indeed. It is about time for a weekend. We need a weekend. By the way, we have a new card. We have the world. We did the world. You know, the eagle's a bit much, but yeah. So anyway, I mean, it's all right. I like the cloth. I like the face. Overall, I like the world. I think it worked out pretty good. It worked out half decent. So that's one of the cards that you have to get right. You know, if you mess that one up, you're never going to hear the end of it. I mean, that could be the card that ruined the deck. I mean, if you mess up like the Eight of Wands, like nobody really cares. They're like, yeah, you know, that's an interesting Eight of Wands. But you mess up the world, and that is going to be bad news. What is going on, Raina? How are you doing? Jen Knoll, love the excerpt from your book. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. Gracia, what is going on? Here we go. All right. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday. I'm indeed ready for a Friday. I could use a whole lot of Friday, for sure. Check out what is going to happen on Friday. Check out what the spirits want to say to you. What do the spirits have as far as the news goes? Austin, what is going on? It is a wonderful world. Okay, let's check it out and turn off that. Okay. Spirits. What are the spirits? What are they wandering around? You know, they're watching you. They're thinking about what you should be doing. And their suggestions, entertainment purposes only. Oh, you like the boobies? Oh, we got the boobies. See, there you go. I mean, you know, did I get the boobies correct? I mean, you know, I don't know. I think the one over here is a bit off. It's kind of hanging out. I don't know. It's looking kind of weird, but you know, whatever, you know. I'm not a professional booby drawer. I do what I can. I do the best that I can, and many times that's just not going to be enough. Anyway, what do the spirits want to know? Well, the spirits say that the fighting is over. Some of the conflicts that you have been having there are over. They're not going to be there for much longer. Jocelyn, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Would I profit from my investment in stock? There you go. Jocelyn's got like the whole portfolio going there. The whole portfolio. All right, but yeah, the time for conflict is over. I don't think that it can be around much longer. A lot of the Dallas caught me off guard with that remark. There you go. Okay, so a lot of the conflict is over. You don't have to worry about that for much longer. I don't think that that's going to be around too much longer as well. I think that you do have the financial situation is looking a bit better. Wolf, what is going on? How are you doing? Financial situation is going to be looking a bit better in the next few months, and I think that is going to be good for you financially. I think part of that is why that you sort of resolve some things that have been sort of non-action, things that have been sort of caught up are able to be resolved with that. The Ace of Wands also says that, it's time to sort of take some of those actions and figure out how you want to process that. So in other words, some of the actions that you've been putting off or delaying, you've been delaying for good reason, right? One of the factors is that you're just trying to get going full steam, and it's difficult because trying to get started on new things, trying to get started on things that are being conflicting sometimes is just not what you want to do. But you're also worried about what other people think in many ways. So it's time to sort of ignore that and just get going and get started on some of the bigger projects, and that's going to be something that's going to be beneficial to you. I think that's going to be all right. So there you go. There you go with the spirits and all that other stuff. Well, things change. Okay. All right. Let's go to the tower and pick up Jocelyn some cards over here. We could do the Light Seers Tarot. I did talk about the Light Seers Tarot earlier today. So I am getting rid of the Muse. Gloria B, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We're still going on vacation next weekend. That sounds fun. Are you not locked down anymore? Is lockdown still a thing? Is lockdown still a thing? Because I don't know anymore. I mean, I just don't know anymore. It's here, and then it's lifted, and then it's back, and then it's lifted. We got we got phase 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 20, 26, 27. I don't know anymore. It's confusing. You never know what is safe to do. What is safe to do anymore, you just don't know. It's just your best guess at this point. Your best guess. Okay, so you go. Officially my deck, you always use that one for me. There you go. See, Jocelyn, I know. I just instinctively know. Will you... So actually, I was going to pull the... we can go to the business screen there. Business screen. There you go. Bartman, what is going on? How are you doing? Let's see. We got... we need to move up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Much better. So, yeah, I was going to use the business class tarot for this, but then I thought I was talking about this earlier today in my getting rid of decks, getting rid of the Muse tarot. I said this is the better one, but might as well get it out. Might as well get it over as quickly as possible. Okay, stock. There's too many options. There's too many options with stock. I think they're sort of running into that you're just trying to get some investment. You're just trying to get some portfolio going. You're trying to get some things figured out. And a lot of times you run into just the sheer amount of freaking stock is incredible. And so you're trying to figure out like what's decent, what's not, what should I actually be focusing on versus, what is a waste of time. Because part of the stock problem as well is once you start doing that, the stock price could bounce up and down unless you're diversified enough. You're sort of really at risk sometimes, but it's just too much. It is just too much about that going on. So there you go. But Seven of Cups says there's so many options. So look for, try to look for some alternates if you can. So sort of read up and see what alternates you have as well. The star says the stocks that you chose are going to be pretty good though. I think for short term, mid-term, I think the stocks that you chose, I think that, well, I need to change the title, don't I? I need to change the title. Wait a minute. All right. Hot wants to know. I put socks instead of socks. I put socks. Okay. But yeah, the star says for short-term, mid-term, that is going to be a good investment. Obviously, entertainment purposes only. Never invest in anything based upon a tarot reading. But yeah, it says it's pretty good because we got the 9 of Pentacles. DYB, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. We got the 9 of Pentacles right after. So we got the 7 of Cups. a lot of different options, a lot of different things sort of coming out. The star says we're guided towards this. This is going to be a good thing. It definitely points to a particular place, and the place that it points to is going to be the Nine of Pentacles, or, in general, some very good news there. So I think that you are going to be rocking it, especially with the Nine of Pentacles is the money card. So, I mean, there you go. We get the money card at the end. I think you're going to rock it as well. The Five of Wands says definitely sort of watch out long-term, though. So I did say mid-term, short-term. I think it'd be all right. Jay, what is going on? But long-term, the Five of Wands said this may not be the best investment. So definitely want to watch the long-term, but for short-term, I think it'll be all right, especially with that Nine of Pentacles. Let's see. Bartman said, I was the troll today. Yes, and Bartman, I banned you in about 10 seconds. So, yeah, that account that you made and used is now banned. So, I don't know what's going on. There was a troll. Troll name is Witchy Baby. I already banned him. Bartman, I banned him mighty quick, in fact. And then I deleted anybody that replied to him. So, they are completely out of here. Okay, we're still going to go on vacation this weekend. Vacation this weekend. Is that good? Bad? How is it going? Where are you going on vacation? That sounds fun. That sounds fun. All right. What is a good vacation deck for going on a trip? I would say the Golden Wheel, just because it has the name Wheel in there. I think that is going to be all right. Thinking about starting an astrology podcast. Well, that exact name is kind of already covered, but yeah, if you rename it something, sure, why not? Sure, why not? There you go. Sounds like I missed some fun. Maybe. Yeah, Austin, start it and see how it goes. All right. So, let's see about that. And see how it's going to go. Love them vacations. I love the vacations. So there you go. Vacation this weekend or not? Do I feel Laura, my best friend, betraying me? Oh no, Elizabeth, thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Hanging out with us tonight. Checking out the channel. Appreciate you. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. You weren't the troll. Okay, gotcha. No problem. Well, they're banned. They are gone. They exit stage left. Will we still be going on vacation next weekend? The Nine of Cups, the Knight of Wheels, the Hierophant, and the Six of Wands. I think that you're still going. I do think that you're still going. I think the plans are in place, and I think the plans are going to be, where you can rely on them. The Hierophant, very formal type of thing. The plans that you laid down are going to work out great. And the actual plans are going to be firm. So not a lot of fluctuation in plans. The Hierophant is a very serious, formal card. Talks about people being serious and whatnot. Whoa. Talks about people being serious, having a serious outlook, having control over those particular plans. Now, the Six of Wands is where you actually do go on that vacation. And I think as you're sort of moving in that direction, as you're going on that, you do have success with that. Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory. I think everything goes pretty good with that. The Knight of Wheels, I think that the actual process of the vacation sort of runs into a couple of unexpected hiccups. Nothing big, but I do think that we have a lot of anticipation. We have a lot of excitement, Gloria sort of hovering around this. So I think this is something that you're really going to look forward to, especially being locked down for so long, having the difficulties with the COVID and all of this other stuff. I think it's ready. I think you're ready for vacation. I think everybody is ready to sort of get out and go somewhere, and I do think that it's going to be steady. I do think the plans are going to be firm. You got a couple of unexpected things in there, but nothing, derailing the train type unexpected. But the Six of Wands says things work out, things are successful. I think it's going to be all right. I think everything is going to be okay. Just watch out for a couple of hiccups. And other than that, I think you're going to be good. When is the last time I have had any hiccups at all? I can't remember. Sally, hey, what's going on? Day 3 of my diet. Congratulations, Sally. I'm excited. How cool is that? All right, DYB, thank you for your donation as well. DYB wants to know. What does DYB want to know? Question below. So I'm scrolling. Just got off the phone with Nick the realtor. All right, which week will I be meeting Nick the realtor? In the next month? No, next month. Which week? We got 4 options. All right, we got 4 options. We could do a week throwdown, I guess. What do you think, a week throwdown? What do you think about that? Whoa, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Who donated? I need to scroll. Jade, hey, what is going on? And House of Tarot, thank you again for your donation, Jocelyn. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's do a throwdown. We can do a throwdown. All right, we need a particular week. So we'll do a 4-way throwdown over here. We'll use the Llewellyn Tarot, the Llewellyn Original Tarot. It is trimmed. All right, let's do that. We'll do week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. I'm assuming there's 4 weeks. If there's not, I'm sure you can figure something out. All right, which one wins? I'm not going to do week 1, 2, 4, and 3. Which one is the wiener? Which one is the wiener over here? Oh, that is looking bad for week 2. Week 2 does not have what it takes. Does not have what it takes if we're going to go meet someone. Neither does what the below. Okay, on week 1. Okay, week 3 looks bad. I think it's week 4. We do have our major movement card in week 4, as well as we have the stability or the empowerment card right next to it. So we're moving into a place of stability, moving into a place of power. We're getting ready for something. We're getting ready to make a decision. When you do have this, right, when we're meeting a realtor, it's time to make decision. It's time to get started. It's time to do some action. You can't meet a realtor and just go, oh, it's thank you for driving out here for 45 minutes. I just wanted to say hi. Hey, did you want to get some coffee? I mean, you don't do that with a realtor. It's time to make some decisions. And the time to make the decision is going to be with the empowerment card. After the movement card, we move into a place of empowerment. We're making big decisions. We're not defensive and having great emotions and having some emotional thing. No, that's not going to be it. We're not being defensive again and then moving into a place of love and passion. No, that's not it. And we're not going to end up with a 10 of Swords moment, unless Nick is a serial murderer or something, which, I don't think Nick is a serial murderer. I think Nick is an all right guy, and I think that you're going to meet him. You're going to be making decisions. Week 4 wins. There you go. So there is your week, and that is that's the time. That is the time. All right, Elizabeth. Why do I feel Laura, my best friend, is betraying me? Ooh, you got that, Elizabeth. You got that psychic feeling going on. Is Laura betraying me? Oh no. Yeah, Sally, if you have an Instagram, there you go. Everybody can support you and tell you how great you're doing. Okay, what are we doing for this? Yeah, I wanted to do the gilded. We'll do the gilded for this one. The gilded. I mean, we need something good. There are a lot of ancient decks beside the Marseille. There are a boatload of ancient decks. I mean, you could spend like paychecks, like full paychecks on some of those decks. Some of those are outrageously expensive, but they sure do look good. They sure do. Is this a weird question, but does my Libra ex-girlfriend know what I look like? Oh, okay, sure. We can, Shay Queen, we can check that out. We can figure that out. All right. Okay. Do we have betrayal? We have a lot of cards that can point to betrayal, more in the Thoth than we do here. More, I mean, you know, in retrospect, I should use the thought. But we're going to go with this. We're going to go with this. The Four of Swords, the World, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. I don't see it. I don't see it. Visconti's Forza. I got that one too. That one's so lovely. I love that one. I don't see it. I mean, the World is such a great card. It opens up to different possibilities. It has a lot of good things. If you're looking for a best friend, you're looking for somebody that's going to be just amazing. The World is going to be it. The Queen of Pentacles. All right. I mean, your best friend is not that reliable at stuff. Is not that reliable sometimes. So if you're looking for 100% reliability, if you're looking for somebody that's going to be there thick or thin, this may not be the person. This may not be the person to sort of lean on in that regard, right? The Queen of Pentacles reversed. I mean, pretty unreliable. Go watch the video we have on reverse queens. It's just not that best mood or that best feel. And you know, it comes down to hard times. Everybody's a fantastic friend during good times. Let's face it. If the good times are rolling, everybody's a great friend. Never fails. Everybody is a great friend. The Queen of Pentacles, though, when tough times get here, not going to be that reliable. I have to say, Laura may have some issues with reliability during the really, really rough times. Again, just tarot cards, you know, entertainment purposes only. The home card, the Four of Wands, though, says that they're pretty stable. I mean, they're not going to be going around talking about things. You know, there's a lot of things going on here. The Four of Swords, though, says that you're picking up something. There's something else going on. So, again, unreliability during rough times. There is something else going on. The Four of Swords points to a bit of subversive activity sometimes. It's not just resting, right? We'll talk about that in my book. But the Four of Wands says that doesn't really affect this particular person. And the Four of Wands and the World, two great cards being bookended on both ends there, just sort of means that I don't think they're betraying you. I really don't. They're not going to be the best friend in the world. I mean, when it comes to some things, but as far as just stabbing you in the back, I don't see it. And there's a lot of cards that could really point to that. I mean, we got the Devil. You could have the Seven of Swords. I mean, there's so many freaking cards that could do that. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I would look for a bad card and a movement card, a bad card with an escape card, etc., etc. Okay. JD, rest of 2020. All right. JD wants to know about her job for the rest of 2020. Let's check that out. We can use the Business Tarot, Randa's wonderful gift, the Business Class Tarot. Let's check that out. I need to get that onto the splash screen so I can show this one. I got a couple of those that I need to get on there. I'm so lazy. Like, I don't do anything. I'll make a card. You know, today I made a card and I made the World, and then that's really all I do for the day. That's really it. Because I got to work. I mean, come on. I only got like 2 hours a day. That's my lunch hour, my breaks, before work starts. That's pretty much it. So I got a tarot card done. Weekends and vacations give me a lot more time. Okay. Let's see what is going on. JD, work situation. Winter Wolf, welcome. Hey, how's it going? Winter Wolf, post your question. Winter Wolf, by the way, since you're new, there is no list. Donations take priority. And then I pick at random. So post your question. If it's interesting, I might do it after donations are over. Or if we have a ton of donations, I might not do it. But Winter Wolf, I'm here every single night for the rest of your life. Like when you're 90 years old, I'll still be here every single night. So, I mean, I'm just saying that's a lot of streams. I do 9 streams a week. So, I mean, should I continue learning tarot? Well, be successful. Okay. All right. The rest of 2020. What is going to be happening with that? We got the money director and the money VP and the data director. Well, I think for the rest of 2020, as far as jobs are concerned, about the job, about what's going on, about the stability, I do think that there's some movement happening around October, November. So there are some movements happening. There's some actions going on around October, November. And I mean, based upon this, they may, I don't know. I mean, it looks uncertain. So the future's uncertain. It looks kind of iffy once October, November hits. Entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Never make job decisions based upon a fat man reading your cards on the internet, right? So with that said, I think there's some high level of instability in October, November, and I think a lot of things move around. So if you're looking for stable, I don't think it's going to happen October, November. I think we're going to have a lot of the foundation is going to be a bit wobbly there. The foundation is going to be a bit wobbly there. CM Data Director has a bloody leg. Indeed. So, I mean, you know, there is that. So just be careful, be cautious, and, you know, just sort of watch out. Watch out. October, November-ish time frame. So there you go. So there's JD's reading about her job for the rest of 2020. It just really has one big event. Other than that, it seems to be back and forth. But so we hit this peak. We hit almost this peak to where everything is going okay. And then the peak, I would say, is like late August, early September. You know, that's around when I ship my deck, by the way. And then there's this poof, around October. It starts going bad. And then end of October-ish, things start happening. So there you go. So watch out for those time frames. And good luck with all of that. Entertainment purposes only. All right, let's see. All right, Jade, will my husband be good at interview this week? Wait, in this week? You mean this week's over? Are you talking about like tomorrow? Tomorrow? Oh, the Sola Busca is so nice. I'm going to do a Sola Busca course. I know I've been saying that for like 6 months, and I hate saying that again, but I'm telling you, the Sola Busca course will be good in an interview. Okay, so you said this week. Are you talking about like tomorrow? Is the interview tomorrow? Let's check it out. Let's get some good stuff going. Man, I really resonate with this. I whine endlessly about this deck. About the font is hard to read, the cards are thin. All I do is complain. I'm like a 90-year-old bitter old man with this deck, but it is accurate to the T. I love it. I'll never get rid of this one. I'm going to have this one forever. You're going to see this 50 years from now. I'm still going to be reading with this deck. It's going to be used up, but it's going to be used up still, but it is just accurate to the T. Love it. He told me in this week though. Okay. All right. Well, we don't do 100% reversals. So, okay. Let's find out what we're doing in the interview this week and how it's going to go. The Page of Wands, the Four of Swords is back, balanced, and the Two of Cups. I think he's going to do all right. Okay. There's one particular person that doesn't want to hire anybody. We got that. One particular person that has their own favorite. They have their own favorite. They like that person over there, and they want that person to be in here. And they're stuck in the interview with your husband, and they just don't want to be there. And it's going to be entirely obvious that this particular person just doesn't want to be there, doesn't want to be in the interview. Entertainment purposes only, but doesn't want to be there. They have their own choice. They have their own favorite. But luckily for your husband, that person doesn't make the decision. but they're just kind of there, you know, as the second person and all of that stuff. And also this is just really awkward situation that gets in the interview. So when it starts, something a little awkward happens, and it's important not to let that sort of just throw you off. Don't let it throw you off. You know, don't let that just ruin everything. So it's important to stay focused, stay in state, understand that something unusual is going to happen at the first, and just sort of, you know, throw it aside, keep on going, not going to be a problem at all. That's where the Page of Wands comes in, right? Something unusual, something begins, or some message. It's almost like somebody says something weird, or an awkward situation happens, or somebody's late, or there's some technical difficulty. Something happens. Don't let it throw you off. Be prepared for the unexpected when it first starts. And there you go. You know, there you go. All right, Jade, it turns out well. The end of the story is good. I got to get to the end of the story, though. The end of the story is actually pretty good. Anyway, the Four of Swords, it's the rest, right? It's the rest. It's almost like that some of it is too easy. Some of it is some softball questions, not going to be too difficult in some respects. And then we get to Balance, where we have, you know, more of the difficult type things and more of the things where you're a traditional interview. You feel like you're being grilled and things like that. So again, awkward at first. The Page of Wands have a delivery of something unusual. Page of Wands is not just the best card, and again, we have this one person that really doesn't want them to be there. Overall, the Two of Cups is the end. The Two of Cups is such a huge card. It's such an important card. Why? Because the Two of Cups points to a mutual bonding of two people, a mutual bonding of two things. And in other words, a job and the interviewee, right? Or a person and another person that just meet. Is a combining of two things that are mutually good for each other, that are beneficial for each other, and that improve each other. And that's what we have with the Two of Cups. So it turns out well at the end, but, you know, overall, just expect something unusual, expect some softball questions, you know, at some point and you have this one person that has complete disinterest in everything. So that's okay. That's okay. A lot of people have complete disinterest in everything, you know? Some days I'm like that. I'm telling you now, this Sunday, I have a complete disinterest in everything. I'm going to sit and stare at the wall or do, you know, I'm not going to do anything constructive. I'm going to take a day off. No cards painted. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to stare at the wall. I'm going to watch a Marvel movie for the 10,000th time, you know? Just waste the day away. That's what's going to happen. I'm telling you now. Gloria B, read below. Oh, wow. You nailed my last question, Gloria B. Well, that's good news. Unexpected with inflammation. I was in the hospital, kidney infection, very accurate and missed work. That is so nice. Gloria B, thank you. I appreciate that. See, look. So Gloria B says, I nailed it. It was inflammation. You know how I knew it was inflammation? I watched that Tarot Oracle has videos on tarot in your body. Tarot and your body. Go watch those videos. That's how I nailed it. See? You can nail it too. By the way, entertainment purposes only. Never do medical diagnosis via tarot. Never do that. That's terrible. That's a horrible thing to do. Don't do that. By the way, go watch my video. I mean, it's, you know, there you go. Had a kidney infection. Accurate and missed work. Okay, cool. All right. By the way, you know, never do that. Okay, Shay Queen. This is a weird question. Does my ex's Libra X know what I look like? Well, let's check that out. And see. SQ? No. Do they know what I look like? Taurus Heather, what is going on? How is it going? All right. Let's see, what are we going to use for this one? I'm not even sure if there's a... Oh, let's see what we look like. I think this would be pretty good. Tarot in Wonderland seems like a good one for that. Greeting from Oz. Wheel of Fortune. What is going on? Greetings back from the great state of Texas. well, you know, the hot state of Texas. It's raining too. So that is going to be fantastic. That is going to be fantastic. All right. Wheel of Fortune. Speaking of Oz, we have the Tarot in Wonderland. Let's check that out. That has nothing to do with Oz, but, you know, it does now. It does now. I made a new rule. Down the rabbit hole apparently equals Oz. There you go. Any new decks? We're waiting for Philippe. You know, question, what's happening with me and my boyfriend? Not so good. Uh-oh. All right. Shay Queen wants to know if they know what I look like. I'm not even sure what cards are going to be. What cards would be, I know what you look like? Knowledge cards, maybe? High Priestess? Something to where I can see things? The High Priestess with the veil? I don't see that one. I see the Emperor and the Six of Wands. So we do have a loss of control. We have a loss of things that we need, and some things aren't going quite as expected, but the Six of Wands says it did work out. The Sun said it did work out as well. I mean, it almost seems like that they have seen you, or they've seen a picture of you, or you were talked about at some time. I'm just going into intuition here. I don't see anything that would say yes or no. I just see things with the Six of Wands and the Sun and things like that. It's almost like that if they did see what you look like, if they do know what you look like, and I think they do, then they just don't care. I mean, they're not that interested. They're not in a space to where that would be a prime importance, or they would use that information for something. I mean, it just seems that they're having a good time. It seems that they're not really concerned with you, and they have I don't know. Talks about me all the time. It's so weird. I mean, I don't know. I think they do know what you look like. If they talk about you all the time, do they talk good things about you all the time, or do they talk bad things about you all the time? Because this makes no sense. We have the Queen of Cups, which is a very emotional type of person. A person is very in tune with their emotions, and tends to their emotion to make big decisions, and sometimes even small decisions. The Queen of Cups is in that space. The Sun says that they have a positive outlook, or they have a good outlook. And the Six of Wands as well says that they have success. The only thing we have is the Emperor, where they don't seem to have a lot of control over some things. Okay, well, I mean, maybe this reading is way off. I'll throw that down. I had such a good night last night. You know, I had to trip over something and fall on my face today, and maybe this is it. But we have nothing but positive cards here. Nothing but positive cards. So if you're asking if they know what you look like, or if they have some intentions that are bad, I don't see it. I just don't see it. As far as that's concerned. That could mean many things. It could mean that they talk about you, but in reality, they don't really care, but it's just something that they do. Maybe they just talk smack, but, in reality, they just don't care. But, I mean, it seems that just had nothing but positive cards there. So, I don't know. Now, please get a general reading. B. Copper, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. Winter Wolf, thank you for your donation as well. If you're meant to learn tarot, all right. BC wants a general. Let's check it out. Where are we going with a general? I think we could do Mons Tarot. Sounds good. I need the Mons Tarot box or something, because everybody does ask what deck is that. It is the Mons Tarot version 2. Version 2, how exciting is that? I know like the entire world has these cards already, but I didn't. And that's the way it goes, I guess. That is the way it goes, I guess. But I do now. That's the good news. Okay. General. What is it looking like on the general side. We got some movement. We got an Ace of Swords, communication about movement, 10 of Wands and 10. We got two tens. Seems that you're in a pretty good space right now. I mean, it's not a bad space. You're not doing too bad. It seems that there's not like a ton of difficulties. We got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. But it does say that you are sort of overloaded with a lot of things. So in general, it's all about handling the multitasking as best as you can. So sometimes you get stuck into something and you just don't let it go. You got to let it go. You got to let it go free. You can't hang on to everything and stress over everything and worry about some things that's not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. The 10 of Wands says, you know, leave some things alone. Let it slide and don't be too laser focused on one particular thing until you just burn out on it. The Ace of Swords as well, since you do have some communications that are going to be coming in about the Eight of Wands, about motion, about movement, about going somewhere or about moving around somewhere. It could be at work. It could be on a trip. It could be moving. Maybe you're moving from one place to the next, or something's happening with motion. The Eight of Wands with the Ace of Swords points to communication about that. Maybe you have not gotten it yet, but you definitely will be sort of getting into that mode moderately soon. So expect that news coming out of that. The 10 of Pentacles as well says it's all about stability and finding that and trying to find a place to where you have more reliability. I think we're having issues with reliability of some people, of some things in your life are just not rock solid reliable. You count on things happening, it doesn't, and sometimes that's upsetting and it sort of throws you off course many times. And it's sort of trying to find that space and trying to find something that you can rely on, or find out which people, which circumstances are going to be more reliable than the next. You definitely don't want to just toss the dice and hope for the best. You want to sort of isolate which indicators are going to be the best for you to follow in order to get what you want in the long run. So there you go. With the Mons Tarot, I need to put that on my screen. I need to put it on the screen. Okay, Jocelyn, finances for the next few months. How it's going to go with that stuff. All right, let's see. Hot. Money in the next few months. Let's check that out. Monster is so cute. I love the deck in a mini. Yeah, it is huge. It is huge. So that would definitely benefit from a mini for sure. I would like to see that. The same thing with the, maybe it does have a mini. Same thing with the Dark Mansion. I'd love to see that in a mini as well. I'd like to see a mini Dark Mansion. I'm not sure. It has so much detail in the Dark Mansion, though. I'm not sure how that would work out, though. Mons Tarot, though. The Mons Tarot, it has such a loose style and a lack of detail. That would be the absolute perfect mini deck. That would just be like the clouds parted, the sun shines, and everything goes amazingly well. Charm, welcome. What is going on? Will I be moving to my own place this year? Thank you for your donation, Charm. I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. If you have not hit that like and subscribe button, we have 750 videos. I have more tarot videos than any other channel on YouTube. I'm just saying. So check me out. Go hit that subscribe button and that like. I appreciate that. All right, money for the next few months. The sun says it's looking all right. You're getting more into a condition to where you're being freed up some. You're being freed up some to make more money. In other words, you have maybe a little more time. We have a little more time available to us. We have more incentive or more drive to get into some of these projects that are going to be important to us and can be able to make us a little side money as well. So that's coming. I think that is going to be beneficial to you in the long run. So sort of look at What are the things that you have been sort of looking for or reaching into as far as getting some extra cash? Those ideas that you have had, the projects that you've tried, things like that. Those type of things are going to be freed up. You're going to have more time for that. Does that mean that you need to do all of them? Of course not. But there are one or two that you've really been focused on and sort of excited about. And then at the end of the day, you're like, my God, I don't have that many hours in the day, you know? So you're going to have some freed up time for that. That's going to be available to you. And I think that's going to improve your money situation overall. The Nine of Swords, though, says for the next few months, you could have a bit of a speed bump in there. In other words, where you're trying to get money, we're trying to reduce bills, and then something unexpected happens. So you may have a little bit of an unexpected bill, a little bit of a speed bump where something comes up and it's unexpected. You have to cash out a little bit in order to get that fixed. So Nine of Swords, sort of the worry card as well. The Sun said overall that it works out okay. It works out okay. But the big factor is sort of start planning out. What do I want to do to earn a little bit of extra cash? There are hundreds of things we can do, right? Hundreds of things you can do to earn a little bit of extra cash. If that's going to be an incentive for you, if that's going to be a boost for you and you can do something easy, definitely start making plans, because again, we'll have more free time and things will work out. But overall, it looks good. Overall, it looks good. The Emperor talks about having more power, having more ability to do the things that you want and to earn more money and to have more money. And the Sun says, you know, in general, it works out. In general, it works out. It's not going to be too bad, other than maybe one or two unexpected events. But after that, I think it's going to be okay. Mina's bookshelf has an issue with the Dark Mansion takes forever. It takes forever. I mean, it takes forever. I paid for priority shipping for mine, and boy, I'm glad I did. If I'd have paid for regular shipping, I'm never going to have it. It took 4 months? That is impressive. Sparkle, there is no list, my friend. Donations take priority, then I pick at random, and we are backed up today. We are backed up today. Where is the list? There we go. Oh, what am I doing? That's the wrong button. We got the queue. Where are we at on the queue? We got House of Tarot we just did. We're down to the last 2 on the queue. Hey, that rhymes. The last 2 on the queue. There we go. Winter Wolf, can you please tell me if I meant to read tarot? Blah, what is going on? Winter Wolf. Tarot or not? Tarot or not? Maybe you should do Lenormand. What if I said that? See, you know, that's unexpected. You never expected that one, now did you? We'll do the Dragon Tarot. Oh no, we'll do the Druidcraft. The Druidcraft Tarot has been absolutely cruel to me lately. The Druidcraft Tarot always pulls like the same 5 cards every time. It's like it's literally impossible, but it does it anyway. It does it. It does it to spite me. It does it just to spite me. Phoenix Tarot, hello. What is going on? Thank you for hanging out. Phoenix Tarot, hit that like and subscribe button. We got 750 videos. That's a lot of videos. That's a lot. I've been around for 11 years. I've been here for 11 years. 11 years. I did take a bit of vacation to go play some video games. I'll straight up admit it. But, you know, I'm cranking out the videos now. I'm cranking out the videos now. So, you know, blah, thank you for your donation. Let's see, how did the interview go? Well, congratulations on the interview. There you go. All right, what are we doing here with a tarot? We're going to read it, or are we not going to read it? Well, I mean, okay. Well, okay. That's a weird combination, but you know, let's go for it. Let's go for it. I think if you're going to read tarot, if you're really interested in reading tarot, if you're going to learn tarot, if you're meant to learn tarot, you need to sort of change your expectations. You need to get some realistic expectations if this is going to be something you want to do. I think part of it is that you may have some unusual experiences or unusual expectations about what tarot is, what you can do with it, and what you plan. So I think we all have our imagination sort of kick in here, right? We're like, if I do this, I want to be like that. If I do that, I want to do this with it. Figure out what is the ultimate goal here. What are you going to do? Okay, let's say that Winter Wolf has been studying tarot. He's watched that tarot oracle videos. He knows a ton of tarot. What are you going to do? What's stage 2? What's step 2? Winter, ask yourself, what's going to happen then? What are you going to do with it? Are you going to read for friends? Are you going to go to a psychic fair and read there? I mean, what exactly is the final plan for you? Okay? That's what's important here, because if you just sort of wander around and play with it, get disinterested in it, all of a sudden you have 4 or 5 tarot decks and you're not even interested in it anymore. Why did you waste all this time? Again, if you're meant to do it, it is something that you're passionate about and you have an ultimate goal of what you would like to be. So when you find out what you would like to be in the long run, then start figuring out a plan to get there. Does it make sense? So I want to be a doctor. What's my plan? Okay, well, I'm going to go to this school and all this stuff. So I want to learn tarot. I want to do psychic fairs is what your plan is, for example. Okay, well, what do you need? Well, I need tarot. I need to be able to read for people. How can I practice reading for people? I can get on Facebook. I can trade readings. I can do a lot of this different stuff and to get there. But basically it says make a plan and quell any, unrealistic expectations, and also quell any doubts that you have about how tarot works or things like that. Obviously, if you're expecting to read tarot and then grab some winning lottery numbers, or I don't know what you're going to do, but figure out what you're going to do and figure out how to get there from where you're at today. There you go. All right, Dallas, you ordered the Mons Tarot. Very cool. Have a passion to help people. Well, I mean, where can you help people? Let's run with it. Wolf, let's run with it. Where can you help people with tarot? Are you going to do it online, on a tarot channel on YouTube? You're going to do it on Facebook Live? Where do you have a presence to where you can help people with tarot? Okay. We'll be moving into my own place, but that is very valiant and cool. Helping people is always awesome. Okay. What am I doing here? I want to do the star. No, I want to do the dragon. It has been a minute since we have done the dragon. Been a minute since we have done the Dragon Tarot. Moving into your own place charm. I hope you do. That sounds fun. Let's check it out. Crystal says, uh-oh, I saw the Hanged Man. Indeed. You never know what you're going to get when you get the Hanged Man. 2 fairy tarot decks. 3. Trying to figure out at some stage. There you go. All right. Let's see. We're moving into my own place. The 6 of Wands, the Lord of Success, the Tower, the 7 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. Got a couple of money issues. Is that going to be a problem? Is that going to be something where you don't qualify to move into where you want to be? So it could be that you can move, but you're not moving into some place that you want. So you may have to take a second or third choice in order to move. Why do we see that? We got the 6 of Wands. The Lord of Victory, the Lord of Success, says that we will move. That is where you are rounding the corner on a beautiful horse, and people are following you. They love you. They are admiring you. It is a beautiful scene. And we have this right as the only right side card up, meaning, yes, we're going to be moving. We got the movement through the crowd with the 6, right? We have the success. We have people looking, people watching you move. So I do think you can be able to do it. But we got some money issues. We got the Tower reversed. It's like the situation that this is. Yeah, I need to make a screen for this too. This is the, do I have it? Did I ever put this on here? No. Okay, this is the dragon. Oh no, I do have it. The Celtic Dragon Tarot. The Celtic Dragon Tarot. There you go. We're having money issues. The Tower means the situation we wanted to occur, the things that we wanted to get, the place we wanted to build, the place we wanted to be, didn't quite work out. The Seven of Cups, the choices are limited. The Seven of Cups right side up says we have so many beautiful choices. We can choose from this and that and that and this. We have all of these things. But no, we don't have a lot of choices. We do have the Celtic Dragon Tarot. There you go. Okay. And finally, the Knight of Pentacles, to where we have this beautiful place, this domain, this beautiful place that we want to be, is we don't have it. So you're going to take second or third place, but yes, you'll be able to work, you'll be able to move out and get going with all of that. Anyway, Blah wants to know, how did my interview go today? Well, Blah, I hope it went well. I hope you get your interview. How did my interview go? All right, the questions are picked at random. And we have a lot of donations, so we're doing donations and bailing. But good news is I'm here every single night at the same time. At the exact same time, I'm here every night for the rest of your life. So, you know, if you ever want to hang out, if you're ever so bored that you're going to slum it with me, come on in. I'm always here. I'm always here. Okay, let's figure this out. Somebody's going to ask what this one is as well, and I have this one on Hotkey, Wildwood Tarot. I bought this and I loved it. No, I hated it. I loved it at first, and I started hating it, and then I trimmed it, and I liked it again, and then I got rid of it because I was comparing it with the Druid Craft. But, you know, it's its own family. It doesn't need to be compared with anything. So did the interview go well? Decision and ecstasy as well. Oh, the Five of Vessels. Yeah, that kind of hurts. That kind of hurts. Even though it says ecstasy, you know, a 5 is not ecstasy. I'm sorry. Maybe this is why I get rid of this deck in the first place. But there you go. There you go. Yes, just put it in chat, Brian. Not tonight, but put it in chat. We'll see about it. Okay. The 5 doesn't look too good. The decision is already made. The decision has been made. We know that. There's not going to be a lot of delay as far as them making that decision. The Knight of Arrows says that it's almost quick. We have a double quickness card here. How interesting, right? The Knight of Arrows talks about the very rapid decisions, very quick things going on as well. So it's almost like that very quickly this is going to turn out, very quickly. And there you go. Kay, sure, throw it in. We'll go late. Kay, you're all good. The 4 of Arrows, to where we're taking that rest. We're taking a break. And that being reversed says they're not waiting again. So they're making it quick. Not a lot of delay within this. The decision has already been made. The decision has already been made. And, it's the 5 of Vessels. The 5 of Vessels. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look Blah. It doesn't look good. It does say ecstasy. So I think it's telling me to tell Blah that you have a good chance. Now, this is the weird part, right? This is where the definition of the card does not match at all what the card actually is, where everybody else says it. So do I go on the definition of this particular card, or do I go on the general definition of this card? See, this is the weird part, right? If this is good, which I think it is, ecstasy is good, then that means it went well. But traditionally, this is a terrible card. So I think it went bad. I'm going to lean on tradition. I'm going to lean on tradition and say it didn't go well. It didn't go well. So I'm sorry. But, you know, I always have an out because it does say ecstasy. So you got a 50-50 chance there, Blah. but I don't, it doesn't look good to me. There you go. Okay. Phoenix Tarot. How is my tarot channel going to turn out? Let's check that out. All right. FT. How's my channel? Whoa. How's my channel turning out? Let's check that out. What is a good tarot channel type thing? We'll go with this. We'll go with this. I wasn't going to use this tonight, but we got a lot of donations, and I'm running out of decks, so we're going to use it after all. How's my future look with a love relationship? What do they look like? Where might I meet them? Any other information? She feels better soon. I have a nasty headache. Oh, Raina, you picked up my headache. I had the worst headache. All right. So, see, do you use the Crystal Visions deck? Never, no. It's so laminated that I can't get them separated half the time, and it feels bad. The cards look all very similar. I did not like it. I'm going to give it away. Give it away to my Patreon supporters. Okay. How's my channel turning out? The Three of Wands says you got people waiting to watch. You do have people waiting to watch. I think it's going to turn out well. The Three of Wands is a celebration card, but it's also the card where you're bringing people together. Bringing people together in a celebratory sort of feel. The Six of Pentacles as well talks about success. That is amazing card. It's an amazing card. You do have that initial success. You do have sort of this initial boost that maybe other people don't have. I think that you have content that people want to watch. It's interesting to watch. I think it's all right. The Ten of Wands does say that it becomes a pain in the butt after a while, right? It just becomes painful. It becomes sort of not that interesting anymore. It's a bit boring. It's the same stuff all the time. You're wondering why people watch it sometimes. And, you know, all of that stuff as well. The Lord of Dominion, though, the Lord of Dominion, I think over time you just sort of get burned out. You get burned out. So Phoenix Tarot, the story goes that you do have an initial boost of success. We do have people that are waiting to watch. You do have people that are interested in it. The Six of Pentacles, you have, again, that initial success that's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to work out well. And then you just burn out. You just burn out. It becomes less of an interest. Your feelings move on. Your interests move on. It's not something that you want to do for a long period of time. It becomes more of a chore and a job rather than fun, interesting type thing. How can we avoid that? Make it easy, make it something simple and easy. Don't produce like elaborate, massive videos, just make something quick and easy, maybe, kind of feel. And that would maybe help quell that a little bit. But I mean, it looks like you just get bored. You just get burned out. You just get bored and you move on. But I mean, I think overall, sure, start it up. See what happens. You do have that success card. You have 2 success cards in a row. So I think that's going to work out for you. And just do stuff that doesn't burn you out. That's sort of where I went too. I started it. I had no success at all. And then I got burned out. Where is the relationship going? Well, let's find that out. I made these elaborate introductions in After Effects, and I just got so burned out. I just got so burned out of doing that. So, and now all I do is get on my phone. I'm really lazy. I'll get on my phone and I'll film something and then I post it. It's so easy. It's simple. It takes 5 minutes. It's so simple. And I don't mind doing it. But yeah, if it still took me 2-3 hours to make a video, no way. that would work in regular YouTube where people have like 1 million views, right? So you're doing something wild on YouTube, you edit for 3 hours, you post it, you get like 1 million views. I mean, that would be all right. I would do 3 hours of editing for 1 million views. But for 200 views? No. Okay. Relationship between the Pisces and M Sagittarius headed Magician, the Chariot, the Star, and the Lovers. Wow, you got a rough draw. You got a rough draw. Oh, removing my question as per my friend request. I'm doing your question right now. You're removing your question as I'm reading it. Okay. All right. Well, question removed. You know, that's okay. It was a rough draw. It was a rough draw. So there you go. All right. Well, that was fast. I've never had that. And Jesus, what? Like 20 years? No, 15, 16, 17 years I've never had somebody remove their question as I was reading it. But sure. If you have an alternate question, let me know. Why am I so financially unstable this lifetime? Uh-oh. Let's see. KD. Let's check that out. Financial issues this lifetime. No. I want the reading. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, just let me know what you want. Let me know what you want. I'm here to make you happy. I'm here to make you happy. You know? Shadowland Tarot makes me happy. Makes me happy. That's okay. TZ, it's all right. She wanted it to remove it for privacy reasons, even though her name is not listed. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. It is removed. It is removed. But, you know, from the cards that I put down, are pretty rough. I mean, the cards that I put down are pretty... I mean, we can rewind. We can rewind there. So, you know, if you have an alternate question, hopefully we get a better draw. Hopefully we get a better draw for your alternate question, because that was going to be pretty rough. Okay. Let's see how we go here. Financial issues. Speaking of rough. Alanya, hello. What is going on? We're having financial issues this lifetime. That's pretty serious. That is pretty serious. But yeah, financial issues the whole lifetime. Are we sure that's going to be the whole lifetime? The Four of Pentacles. We have some spending and income issues. I think it's almost like that we choose things that aren't going to make us a lot of money. We choose things that aren't going to make us a lot of money. It's almost like that we make some bad choices sometimes. Everybody does it, though. Everybody does it. We make a couple of bad choices. The Four of Pentacles, the miserly hanging on to it. It's almost like a limiting belief. Right? To where I think that I don't have a lot of money, and therefore I don't have a lot of money. I know it makes no sense, but it is true. If I feel that I don't have a lot of money, I'm worried about spending the money. I feel broke all the time. And, you know, so that limiting belief, or the Four of Pentacles, says that it's sort of hanging on to the money and having a limiting belief with that. The Page of Wands is talking about maybe the wrong financial decisions. So there you go. I think that we made some mistakes. We walked a path that we shouldn't have walked. We made a couple of errors that we maybe had some issues with. The Page of Wands is like we just sort of made a couple of missteps, some errors, so things didn't go well, right? The Four of Swords as well. Being really, really proactive on making money may not be what you need to be focused on this life, right? It may not be what you need to be focused on this life. Maybe there's some other things that are more important. Maybe love is more important. Maybe leisure is more important. Maybe this lifetime is set up to where you have other priorities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every lifetime that you live can't be focused on doing nothing but gathering resources. That would be rough, right? You know, I mean, let's say if you're in the caveman era or something, and all you do is go and gather food, and that was your whole life, you know? I mean, you need some other things going on. So maybe this life is not completely dedicated to resources. Maybe this life is dedicated to something else. Maybe you have a higher purpose. Maybe you're here to help people, to touch people's lives, to make people's lives better. Maybe you're here to produce art that's going to go down in history. I mean, look at all these artists like Picasso, right? Wasn't Picasso the one that was just dead broke, right? And then we have other artists that were dead broke too. Rembrandt was dead broke at one time. Had no money. You're like, oh, look at these artists that have no money. And then after they're gone, their stuff sells for millions of dollars. Makes no sense. Maybe you're here for something better and more important than just gathering resources. Maybe this is your time, basically it's saying, right? Anyway, Two of Swords as well. Sort of take a step back and look at what you manifest and how you manifest it and see if indeed you're meant for some other purpose. You're meant for some higher purpose. So, I mean, again, every life can't really be about gathering resources. Anyway, Nav, welcome. What is going on? All right, Shan Moon, what are SB's feelings towards me? Veterinary assistant. I had a girlfriend that was a veterinary assistant. Well, do wellness course. Okay. SM wants to know, what are SB's feelings? SB's feelings. Let's check it out. All right. So what are we doing with this question? I know it's going back and forth, so I'm kind of confused as what I'm doing. On that particular question, I'm not confused, though, about this deck. I love this deck. It has been forever since I have touched these cards, the Hush Tarot. I mean, I did fall a little bit out of love with this deck, and it almost made the deck that had to leave, but I like it. I feel for it. I do. I feel for it. I've got problems with it. But me and the Hush Tarot have come to terms. We have come to terms, and I think everything's going to be okay with the Hush Tarot. I'm just saying. All right. TZ. All right. How can I get a reading? Post your reading in chat. Probably not today, but definitely some other day. All right, the Star. A hunting we will go. What an interesting aspect about that. Hunting we will go. Then we are looking at the 7, sort of planting the seeds of something good. Not really something that is interesting as far as that's concerned, but something that sort of ends poorly. All right. What are their feelings? I mean, they want something. They want something, but their skill level in making that something work is very poor. So they do have some, well, not really feelings. They do have thoughts about getting something going. And they're not really sure how to process this because they sort of know instinctively that they're not really good at keeping something alive. So it's like, I want to adopt a dog, but I know that I'm very poor at, keeping a dog happy, or keeping a dog fed, kind of thing. Like when you, people that buy a dog and they're on vacation all the time, so they see the dog like, a couple of days, a month or something, or they're long distance, they travel for, something like that, right? They know that it's going to be difficult to keep something long-term, difficult to make something happen in a long-term situation. However, they are sort of interested in getting, something started. So they do have a little bit of interest, but they realize it's going to be challenging once they dive in full steam. If that's something you're willing to work with, that's okay. If you're willing to work with this person on the issues, that's fine as well. Judgment says it's definitely going to be a rough start. If we go to that, and the 5 of Wands as well says it's going to be just harsh. It's going to be kind of harsh in many respects. That's the Lord of Defeat. That is the Lord of Defeat. It's going to be rough. Okay, so we have, so we're going back. All right. So you get it. You know, that's opportunistic here. You get a second chance today. Okay, TZ, second chance. Because the first read was rough. The first read was rough, TZ. All right, TZ, second chance. Now, TZ, if I throw down these cards and it's rough again, whoever this person is needs to run away. You know, entertainment purposes only, by the way. But I'm just saying that was a rough read in the last one. So if we get another rough read, then I'm just telling you now. I'm telling you now. We had the Lovers reversed. We had a bunch of good cards about relationships that were reversed. That's not where it needs to be. It's not where it needs to be. For long-term success, that's not where it needs to be. So if we're rough again, we're rough again. TZ, we're rough again. You know, that's a completely different deck. It's a completely different deck. We have abandonment of the relationship. We have abandonment of the relationship. We have a complete failure of the relationship. Again. So we had the Lovers in the last one that was reversed. We had rough cards throughout. And we're back. We're back for part 2. You had a second chance. You go to Vegas and the guy next to you in the blackjack table hits on 17. You know those guys? You know, you've seen them. Hits on 17 and he takes the card that would have gotten you 21 because, you know, the person's an idiot, right? So, you know, you get that feeling. You get that feeling where all of a sudden, you have the second chance. So you try again, and it just doesn't work out. So, yeah, maybe it's Mercury retrograde. It could be Mercury retrograde. I'm not sure. But let's read. Let's read the news. We have 8 of Cups talking about an abandonment where we have a situation going on, and it's not in our favor, and we need to cut bait. We need to cut bait. It doesn't work out as well as we had hoped. There is some level of comfort, though, like we have another opportunity waiting somewhere else. We have another opportunity waiting somewhere else. We have the 4, very rock solid, stable as well, followed by the CEO about planning. So it's almost like that we're planning this new relationship. And the new relationship has a lot of possibilities. But the current relationship has sort of a rough time. Could mean a bunch of different things. Could mean that we do try the relationship anyway. We don't abandon it. We give it a shot. And we sort of have to organize a lot of things. We have to do a lot of extra effort to keep it alive, right? We have to grab the defibrillator. We have to use the defibrillators to keep it up and running, to keep it alive. And ultimately, we have a 5 of Pentacles moment where we just don't have enough energy. We just don't have enough to keep it going. So it's a rough read. The last one was a rough read. But of course, entertainment purposes only. Never make relationship decisions based upon a random dude on YouTube reading cards. Don't do it. Use your common sense. But yeah, you got 2 rough reads in a row. Sorry about that, TZ. By the way, TZ, welcome to the channel. Anyway, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate that. It could be Mercury. It could be Mercury indeed. But yeah, if you want to try it, if we want to, force our way through it, it's gonna be some work. So there you go. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next time tomorrow.